Alright guys, the Switch 2 gates are opening. We did a reaction to a Switch update recently, Switch 2 rather. And this guy uploaded another one, so let's check it out. If you guys don't know, I recently bought a Nintendo Switch OLED this year in like May, so
Well, it looks like the Switch 2 floodgates are indeed flying open right now, and this comes on the heels of Gamescom, which we had recently discussed a tweet that was put out by Jez Corden talking about how Nintendo was behind the scenes at Gamescom showing off this device to press, apparently.
yeah. We did react to that video.
Still a little sketchy on that one, and developers with publishers. That makes a lot more sense. And now
Yeah, why would they show it to press? I don't know, guys. I'm not an expert. Honestly, they couldn't, you know what I mean? Why not? But it also makes no sense.
appears multiple reports are coming out detailing tech demos, specifications, all this stuff still kind of getting out there now. But I really wanted to talk about one report, the one that's really started it, and kind of our expectation going forward because, yeah, the Switch 2 floodgates are open, and I'm
Guys, we been need a better processor and graphics card, man. Guys, it will be lagging when I load up. When I just load up like their store in there, bro. Like, not things won't load like the fastest either, bro. It's got a NVIDIA GPU, and it's good, but not the best. It's not the best.
I'm actually expecting more information to be coming down the pipeline probably in the next month or so. Guys, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new here to the SpawnWave Plus channel. Let's head over here. This was the initial report that other reports then basically followed from, and it's from Eurogamer. They said Nintendo demoed Switch 2 to developers at Gamescom. And again, the event that in question here is the same one that Jez Corden mentioned. Yes, people were there seeing this next generation device. That caught some people off guard because Jez doesn't typically talk about Nintendo stuff. He's mostly in like the Windows, Microsoft, Xbox ecosystem with his reports. But I guess people were talking quite a bit about this, and it starts to make more sense with the new information coming out now, which I'll do a full breakdown for it tomorrow in
Still information about that leak, guys.
Newswave, so make sure you check that out because as I'm sitting here recording this, I'm seeing more updates pop up. Some actually around
Guys, a souped up version of Breath of the Wild.
hardware specifications and how exactly they're building this thing out. So interesting stuff there. But it says one Switch 2 demo is a souped up version of Switch launch title Zelda Breath of the Wild, designed to hit the Switch 2's beefier target specs.
Guys, they did the same what they're doing with Tears of Breath of the Wild. Why not Tears of the Kingdom, bro? They're still guys. That game was released like 8 years ago or something, bro.
Clear to note, as they say here, doesn't necessarily mean that Breath of the Wild is a title that's going to be re-released on the next system.
It might be.
Although I guess it wouldn't necessarily shock me, considering that Nintendo's been doing this obviously with Zelda games. I mean, we're talking about Wind Waker and Twilight Princess getting a Switch release. That means that Wind Waker would have been on.
I can't believe this happened at
Oops, sorry.
Would have been on.
Hey, what's up?
A bunch
I
of
got
different
my
systems: GameCube,
Hey, what's up?
Wii U, and then Switch. So I mean, Nintendo likes re-releasing Zelda games. It seems to work for them, sure. So why not? And the reason I think they showcase that one is because it's very familiar to basically anyone out there who has a Switch. You've probably at least seen or purchased Zelda, and it's a good representation of what is possible on the.
I had option to get Zelda or Mario Kart. I probably should have got Zelda, but I also wanted Mario Kart. But I don't really play Mario Kart. I haven't picked it up in like months. Zelda would have been fun. Zelda would have been fun.
System in an open world setting. Yes, it's a Wii U game, but as we've seen it with emulators, you scale it up to 4K, you run it at 60, you include ray tracing. The game still looks really.
Yeah, things that they've been doing with emulators for a while, guys.
impressive and running on hardware that would be a hybrid device like this Switch 2 system that apparently has an 8-inch LCD and stuff. Yeah, it's going to look even more impressive.
8-inch? Isn't that the same as the Switch OLED?
Then, but the thing obviously people are noticing coming off the heels of Gamescom, these trade shows, even though people are going into these back rooms with the idea of an NDA in place, I mean, the industry talks. You know, a lot of people talk.
Yeah, all it takes is one slip up, and then the word spreads, guys.
Back and forth, and eventually it finds its way to someone who has a friend in press and media. And here we are now with this report, which brings us to 2 weeks from now, when I believe Nintendo will probably be showcasing this device again in some way, that being at Tokyo Game Show. Clearly, it's a spot that makes a lot of sense for Nintendo, with Japanese publishers and developers there in force. And you figure they're all about trying to get on this next system from Nintendo, with how well the Switch did just in general, even at launch in Japan. And large publishers like Bandai basically showing.
Guys, I'm totally getting the Switch 2. Switch 2 is what I'm getting for sure.
Remorse that they missed that train, and they've been trying to catch up ever since.
I just hope I have my money up by the time I get it, guys.
Yeah, they're definitely going to want to.
So I'm hoping at least, late 2024, 2025 would be good as well. But yeah, it's been a while since we had a Smash game and stuff, so they did, add a bunch of DLC, and that does take production time that they would use on the next game or something, right, guys?
Be there day one if they can, and even seeing the device like this behind closed doors in a demonstration would be very important to them, and Nintendo would know that. But to me, that means that we'll probably be getting more information after Tokyo Game Show. It's not going to be a coincidence if that happens. It'll just mean that, yeah, somebody saw it there, had a full briefing on it, and just decided to talk about it in some way. And it could be because it's very impressive to them. Some of the other reports are mentioning DLSS, ray tracing.
This is technical stuff.
DLSS is
guys, I thought there would be more announcements, guys.
expected. Ray tracing was kind of up in the air, and the fact that we're hearing about it being demonstrated with something like Unreal Engine 5, it's pretty impressive. The implications of what Nintendo.
Sorry, guys, my dog keeps begging.
Those first-party developers could do after seeing something like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 running on the Switch, or Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, you just imagination with that's probably running wild. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on here. I think Eurogamer is going to probably continue putting out more and more reports as they can get it.
Thanks. So no real information, no real new information in this video. I thought there would be more.
Remember, they did a pretty good job on the run-up, I would say, to the original Switch, them with Digital Foundry. So,
or maybe I missed it. I apologize if I did.
I'm going to keep an eye on them for this. And VGC, since they just seem to keep getting source after source after source, and they've been pretty good there too. Also, it sounds like Nate could have some more information to share on how some of these demos exactly were running behind closed doors. These
sorry, man, I missed it. I read it right there.
Demonstrate
how they're demoing, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, rather. Stop, Amber.
So something else to keep an eye on there, because then that could also be corroborated by other outlets. So this kind of feels like the real start to the run up for the.
At least we know they're serious about it. They're not canceling another system.
Switch 2 with the Floodgates opening reports hitting. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Very, very exciting times going forward. And yeah, I think Nintendo is probably going to move to reveal this thing fully to the public.
But yeah, I was hoping, there'd be more than just what he's talking about. But hey, it's only been a few weeks since we reacted to his last video. Growing bumps.
Probably the first quarter of 2024 after they get past the holiday season. But
yeah, it's definitely going to be a slow release. Well, unless they randomly drop it like a Nintendo Direct or something.
the Switch to not sabotage those sales. But let me know what you guys think about this one down below, with the Switch 2 apparently being demoed with some pretty impressive technology. And make sure you check out Newswave tomorrow, as we'll go over all of this and more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Guys, demoing new games. It's just gonna be like a Switch 2. I don't know. After an experiment with Nintendo using NVIDIA for the Switch that was a massive success, I had a feeling the Floodgates. What does Floodgates mean? NVIDIA's technology being front and center on the Switch 2 is no brainer. I mean, they used it for the Switch 1, so. Confirm as leaker is Nintendo's indeed a company that sells games and plans to sell more. That's good. That's all we need to know, basically. PS5 like performance. This guy's okay. I don't see the official name being the Super Nintendo Switch. Hey, it might be. Alright guys, let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, see you guys in the next one.